Boom! What? 𝗙𝗓𝗄𝗆 Master! Really, how many times have I told you to cut it out with the scary explosions? Are you okay? Mr. Sophie, don't be shocked. I'm long used to it. Is that so? But just in case, please take these medicines. No worries. Hey, Master, you must be here for the promotion test for King Goose again, right? That's right. After all, King Goose's skills have improved significantly. The purpose of this promotion test is to help Sophie with her experiment. Sorry for the trouble. That's great, Goose. To think you'll be able to serve as a idol to a well-known alchemist from the palace? Miss Sophie is known as the alchemist that doesn't allow anyone near her during an experiment. King Goose is special. Miss Sophie? I'll say, 𝗙𝗏𝗄, maybe we shouldn't. It's too dangerous. What are you saying? Didn't she ask for this? That's why I don't want it. It's for your sake as well. Miss Sophie, are you unwilling? And who is she? Right. I have to be decisive. Goose, please help out. Okay. Well, anyway, do your best, Goose. You go along too. What? I have to go along? Sophie is making a lunar amulet. Oh. A recipe left by a famous alchemist. Wait a minute, why me? You're a very talented alchemist, but you don't have enough ambition. After getting through this dangerous and tough recipe, it'll help boost your confidence. Dangerous and tough, is it? And any slight mistake could trigger a huge explosion. Why do you sound so happy? But I'll do my best. Besides, 𝗙𝗏𝗄, humble attitude might be a key factor. Did you say something just now? Nothing, don't mind me. Go on and complete the unknown trial. How exciting! So, the story of the Adept Alchemist. Under the moonlight. Ooh, this could be a cool one. Well, for now, go collect the raw materials for the lunar amulet. Yes. You'll need 2 raw materials. First, look for moonlit dew. It's rare materials that only shows up when the power of the moon is intense. Power of the moon, speaking of which, tonight's moonlight sure is quite intense. The moonlight has a special power. Rumors say that certain materials and herbs consistently exposed to moonlight will develop magical. Some other rumors say the moonlight drives people crazy. Oh, Miss Sophie, you really know how to joke. It'll be fine if it was just a joke. What? Don't say such scary things. Anyway, under the moonlight, many creatures become more active, and in the darkness, you'll easily get lost because we can't see the roads well. Be extra careful. It's too dark to see now, so don't walk too fast. If you take a fall, it'll be quite troublesome. Got it. King Goose, Miss Sophie is indeed a careful and calm person, but that joke just now gave me the shivers. That was a joke, right, Goose? Nothing weird is going to happen, right? Goose, don't fool around. Let's go. It's so quiet. Oh, there seems to be something standing yet sleeping over there. A person in white? That's Sloan, a magician from the palace. Hey Sloan, don't fall asleep there. It's quite cold and dangerous in the forest out at night. I wasn't sleeping, not sleeping at all. Really? Nope. What an honest man. But Sloan, what are you doing here? You're asking me, of course. I'm here to protect you. Did someone ask you to? It was her, the one that you know best. I see. Don't look so glum. In fact, you don't have any fighters, so you'll only get tougher up ahead. You're right. Get along with her. Alright, Sloan, we're in your care. Alright, leave it to me. Hey, aren't you Goose? You're now an alchemist? Fancy meeting you on a night like this. I'm counting on you. Well, let's get going. Hey Goose, Mr. Sloan was mentioning a her just now. Could it be the same her that Master 𝗙𝗏𝗄𝗡 mentioned? It could be. Oh, I would like to find out. I would like to find out too. Who is this her? We're falling behind. Let's catch up. Speaking of which, never thought Sophie would once again challenge the 𝗙𝗏𝗄𝗡 𝗙𝗏𝗟 again? I'm lost in words. Huh? Again? Yeah. Sloan! Oh, sorry. Miss Sophie, have you attempted to craft this recipe before? It's in the past. Back then, I wasn't successful. Is that so? How long ago was it? About 10 years ago. Sophie was then a brilliant young genius, alchemist, and quite famous in the city. I failed. I'm no genius. You've got deep ties in this recipe? Well, for Miss Sophie's sake, we're definitely going to make it happen, Goose. Let's do it. Thanks, everyone. Don't worry, I'll give it my best. Miss Sophie? Yes? I was just wondering, who is this she you guys mentioned? Hush. Huh? Over there, there's a moon rabbit. Oh, it appeared. We'll need it to guide us to the mind of moonlit dew. Huh? Haha. Miss Sophie? Haha, I found it. The moon rabbit, which drinks the moonlight dew and receives the powers of the moon. As long as we follow that moon rabbit, we'll be able to find the moonlit dew. God help us. Hurry, let's after it. What? Moon rabbit, got it. I understand, but Miss Sophie, what happened to you? Hurry after it? Wait, now not the time. Let's chase after it. I think she's gone crazy to become an alchemist for once. But if instead of explosion, it's this recipe. Nowhere to run now, moon rabbit. Hand over the moonlit dew. Oh my god, she got it. Yes, got it. Miss Sophie? What am I doing? My head hurts. Oh my god, she actually went crazy. So that's how it is once again. I hope Miss Sophie is back to normal. What was that just now? You haven't told them everything, have you, Sophie? Well, because it's too shameful. Seriously, explain. Just what was that just now? In simple terms, there are two Sophies inside her. A calm, collected Sophie and a brash and daring Sophie. Most of the time you see the calmer Sophie, but during experiments or under the intense moonlight like tonight, the other Sophie's powers will get stronger. So that's how it is? So, frightened you a bit. Not just frightened, it was like this 10 years ago. The powers of the moon were quite strong. To become quite powerful, I had to try hard to keep her under control, which was why the experiment failed and turned into a huge explosion. So is that true? Hahaha. As alchemists, don't let common sense limit you. Oh my, we should call off this experiment. Oh, is Sophie? Is she transparent? Seriously? You're such a chicken, Sophie. Oh, it's happening again. Is this the elder Sophie? I, the genius alchemist, said to go on with this experiment. Well, you're Fizz, right? What is it? I think you two should get along well. Get along? How annoying. Hurry, go after the moon rabbit. It went that way. Hey, hear me out. So I thought Sophie was a normal person, but she is not. Be careful up ahead, everyone. Dangerous monsters show up here. Haha, interesting. Come out, monsters. Let's see who dares stand before the genius Sophie. I'll be sure to give him an explosion welcome. She's just like Master 𝗙𝗏𝗄𝗡. Her behavior has completely changed. King Goose, what do we do? If the two Miss Sophies continue like this, the experiment will surely cause other huge explosion. Mr. Sloan, what should we do? Lemon and I are out of options. But maybe King Goose and Fizz are not. We? It's because Sophie chose you two and told you her secret. Sophie must have felt something special from you two. Could it be? Be good, Sophie. Ah, the calm Sophie is back. The moon's powers. Hey, Miss Sophie, what do you think about the other Miss Sophie? She's dangerous. Is that so? What else? I don't think you should reject her, but get along instead. Or else the experiment will fail again, is that it? Well, about that. All this time, her rash actions have brought me many headaches. Also? Why does such a weird thing have to happen to me? So shameful. Miss Sophie. Sorry, it's nothing. Keep going up ahead, and we'll reach the site for the second raw materials. Let's go. What's that? That huge fairy thing floating in the air? What? It's a spirit of the moon, mean Wraith. It only appears when the moonlight is strong. It's a very rare, great spirit to see. And it has a silver moon shard, which is the second raw materials that we need. Great spirit, it must be powerful. Yes. Shouldn't you be a bit more considering? Haha, leave the combat to me. That's why I'm here. Sloan? What is it? Let's go back. After making all this way, Miss Sophie, everyone's risking their lives to gather raw materials. But if this continues, the experiment will fail again. Rather than that, Miss Sophie, keep it together. Fizz? Blaming the other Sophie and Talia for the experiment going wrong? Well, I don't think that's right. The calm Sophie, the calm Miss Sophie and the bold Miss Sophie. There are both sides that Alchemist must possess. But you were stunned as well. Sure, it's odd. Well, I was a bit surprised, but King Goose wasn't surprised one bit. I kind of expected it, to be honest. All alchemists are weird. Not weird at all, right, Goose? Really, Goose? Is that so? Both are needed, nothing can be ashamed of. Sophie, so what's next? Sloan, I'm sorry. I still want to try and complete the amulet. Please help me. Sure, I'll be glad. Alright, let's go. Miss Sophie, King Goose, let's do our best. Not sure how we're going to go on a moon rank, but okay. Quick to darkness, fancy that. Let's go. Oh, it's over. Wow, we did it. So this is the silver moon shard. How pretty. Ooh. Oh well, how nostalgic. It's just as beautiful as always. Miss Sophie has let Genius Sophie get to work right away on crafting the Lunar Star. Miss Sophie, will it be alright? The other Miss Sophie. I heard everything. Well then? The other Sophie said she wants to help me, though I'm still reacting. If we get along a bit better, I guess there's no harm as well. Sure, it's a bit dishonest, but it's also a fine result, right, Goose? They've managed to open up their hearts to each other. In that case, there shouldn't be any huge explosions, right? What's so funny? Hurry on back. I can't wait to craft the Luna. Let's just leave it at that. King Goose, I'm sure you'll be successful. Well, I'm done my part. See you for now. Alright, thank you, Miss Sloan. I should be the one to thank you. It's also been quite worried about Sophie. It was good to have you guys around. Bye. How embarrassing, Goose. Indeed. Say, Miss Sloane looks quite young, but he knows about what happened 10 years ago. He also seems quite calm too. Just how old is he? Come along, you two. The show's about to get started. Oh, that's right. We have to stay focused. Right, I'll be right there. We're back. Oh, you've returned. Yes. We've got all the raw materials, but as for the client, so you've met the other Sophie. So you know about it? Jeez, why didn't you tell me? It scared me half to death. Hahaha. Is that so? You got scared? Well, will Craft and Lunar Amulet be successful this time? No problem. Oh? Sophie looks quite determined now. What did you do, Goose and Fizz? Well, we'll talk about it later. The experiment. Well, I'd like to ask the other me to handle it. What? Miss Sophie? Don't get me wrong, this time I believe in her. Also, Goose and Fizz, even if I'm not around, I have a favor to ask. Please join me and help me complete the experiment, okay? It's our pleasure, leave it to us. Thank you. Is he gonna change? Alright, let's get started. Let's go, you two. Goose, we have to make sure it succeeds. Evil Sophie, maybe? Hahaha, here we go. Can you guys keep up with me? Finally it's here. Come on, Goose. Ooh. Ahaha, I really am a genius. Amazing, it's finally done. I really am a genius. Here it is, imbued with the moon's powers. The crystallization of Alchemist wisdom, Lunar Amulet. Oh, it really took 120% of my focus. But that's great, Goose. Wow, so it's a success? Even though there was no explosion? No need for explosions. Okay. Well, mission accomplished. I think it's time to go now. Miss Sophie? Don't get me wrong, I won't disappear. I'm just letting the other Sophie come out for a bit. I know well that my warrior Sophie asked me to help do this experiment. But from the looks of it, it was I who forced her to accept this experiment. Finally, it's complete. So the client who asked to make this recipe was... If I hadn't resorted to such measures to complete the experiment, that warrior Sophie would never have gotten by. Miss Sophie. Oh, so the warrior Sophie is the normal Sophie. Goose, I'd like to do my experiments with you from now on. Let's keep it in touch. Well, see ya. Miss Sophie? Miss Sophie? Is back to normal? It's completed. The Lunar Amulet. Thanks, everyone. Yes. I also heard what the other Sophie said. Goose, Fizz, thank you both. The Lunar Amulet, please hold on to it, Goose. Hey, okay, thank you. Really? Yes, please accept it as a token of my gratitude. The Lunar Amulet, which had always been a ghost for my past, is finally being completed, and in the process, I've been able to accept the other Sophie. To the other Miss Sophie, let's get along well. Right, I still feel a bit embarrassed. It's time to return to the palace. I have to make up the time lost with her from these past 10 years. Oh, that's wonderful. Let's do experiments together again. See ya. Oh, and be sure to cover a blanket when you sleep. What? She truly is a warrior. Oh, okay, I thought she was the psycho version. This is the warrior version. Ooh, safe. Miss Sophie, no matter the situation, Miss Sophie is always so cute. Apparently I agree. That's my apprentice. As compared to our master, with King Goose around, everything will surely be fine. Don't say that, Fizz. It's because you're here, so I can entrust you in both. Ah, well, looks like the explosion I was hoping for won't show up this time. Eh? In the end, Master is still the same. Well, Goose, about this promotion test. You've passed with flying colors. From now on, you're an expert alchemist. Let's go. Woo! Since you're now an expert, let me teach you a key skill. Ooh, a new combat phase. Also, with your current level, you can handle more advanced tools. Use this to get new tools. Okay. By the way, the first time I saw you, Goose, I was worried whether you'll get used to explosions, but now it looks like those worries were unnecessary. Of course, then again, we haven't caused any explosions. You did great this time too. What? Why are you suddenly so nice? You won't get anything for it. My apprentice, being an alchemist is to unreal, unsolved mysteries. But do you know what is the mystery that men of past have tried but never resolved? No. That is the human heart? This time, I've successfully unveiled Sophie's worries. The result itself is amazing, like an explosion, but it's not over. There are still plenty of unknown mysteries waiting to be found in the world, and solving them is our mission as alchemists. Finally. Let's make a huge explosion. How can you go from that to explosion? The story of the Adept Alchemist under the moonlight. Complete. Prove becoming an expert alchemist, a dreadful but delicate amulet with the chillness of midnight sealed inside. And there we have it, everybody. That's the expert storyline of the Alchemist life. Again, if you like this series, make sure you smash that like button for the bread and subscribe if you haven't already so you know when the next episode of the Trials of the Stars are out. Next one is the expert storyline, as the whole kingdom is asleep. So we must hurry to wake everyone up. Alright, again, thanks all for watching, and I'll see you bread lovers in the next episode. And Goose out!